Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, project you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage, SmackDown. Hold the title, this is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now. Welcome to the show, everybody. We're here for the WWE Weekly Update. We're going to be bringing you all the coverage from Monday Night Raw. And we're going to start off with, of course, SmackDown. And we'll be getting into NXT a little later in the night. Got Jay with me here. What's going on, Jay? How you doing, brother?
What's going on, Savage? I'm doing good, baby. What you doing? Savage things?
Just doing savage things, man. Just finished
things.
recording a little podcast here. I'll tell you a little later tonight about.
I'm sure it was fire.
Oh, yeah, definitely a good one. Did you watch SmackDown?
Yes, sir.
Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, Shotzi had a brawl with Damage Control. We're going to keep working this whole Damage Control angle. They're definitely getting TV time, but is it doing them justice, though? Because I feel like they got shitted on at Survivor Series. They're kind of getting dumped on SmackDown. They're supposed to be stronger than ever, but it doesn't feel that way with Bianca Belair just basically whooping everybody's ass, standing tall with Charlotte. Shotzi, what was your take on this opening segment on SmackDown?
I mean, I agree with you, Savage. I think it's time to move on. But how can we move on when one of them is the women's champion? It's impossible. I think the whole thing was just basically what's going to happen to Bayley. I want to know what's going to happen to Bayley. There's a lot of tension going on. I kind of felt in this opening segment, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. There's definitely something going on. I don't know exactly what's going on, but what are they doing with Damage Control? I mean, they were booking them hella strong out of nowhere. They gain new members. They just crush them at Survivor Series. So I feel like we're getting mixed signals, and, you know, they're losing to basically just random women that are working together. Now, yeah, some of them are strong, obviously, but still, like, Damage Control has a great roster. Why are they getting dumped on? I mean, look at that shirt from Asuka, by the way. That's probably one of the better shirts on the shop.
Yeah, definitely. But, I mean, this is what I think we all want to see. Maybe it's just a big cover-up to see what happens to Bayley. I really think it is, because I don't see Belair anytime winning the belt right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions here with Bayley and what's going to happen. Bobby Lashley went on to defeat Butch. Good match here. Butch tried his best. He had a very extraordinary effort, but the Almighty eventually just laid waste and basically just destroyed him with what seemed to appear to be like a wicked spear. Interesting matchup, though.
First of all, shout out to Steven Chambers. What's up, buddy? This was an entertaining match. I liked it.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not a big fan of Butch, but I was surprised, Savage, because Lashley should have stomped on this guy really bad. No offense. I know you're a Butch fan. He should have just stomped him because he's like probably one of the biggest heel right now they got on SmackDown. I was surprised Butch got a lot of offensive moves, but it was entertaining. I liked the match.
I actually thought it was a really good match as well, but mostly because it's something you don't see every day. It's different. It's unique. And Steven, I like your call out right there. I think that's actually not a bad call. The storyline's there. Definitely. I mean, this is ever since like last SummerSlam and Damage Control kind of formed. So they definitely have the history to build up a dramatic storyline.
I love it. And I think we need it for the women's division. I think they really need it. I love that.
I'd like to see more Bobby Lashley versus Butch. I'm wondering if we're going to get a rematch here because Butch doesn't take a beating lightly.
I don't know, Savage. They kind of stomped on him after the match. I don't know. Nobody came out to save him. So, pretty deadly and all that. I don't know, Savage. Not looking good. Not looking good.
You're not wrong. Santos Escobar defeated Joe Queen Wild. Does anybody care about this even?
I think the fans care. I think the heel turn is off to a good start, and I think this was an example. But let's face it, was this really a match? It was like 2-3 minutes.
I mean, I look at the front row right there, and they're all looking at something else. They're not even looking at the guys in the ring. So to me, that's the telltale sign. But Santos Escobar drove his former LWO cohort into the canvas for the 3 count when Escobar attacked Wild after the bell. However, Dragon Lee charged to the ring to make the save where they beat down. So Dragon Lee at least getting utilized properly from NXT. He's getting TV time. He's on SmackDown, and they're making him look strong.
I think it's just blessing in the sky. I think 2023 is the year for Dragon Lee.
And 2024 is probably going to be a bigger year. You see him over here. He's kicking the hell out of Santos Escobar all over TV.
We're good.
And then we go on from a new star to a megastar. Logan Paul returned to SmackDown to announce that Santos Escobar, Bobby Lashley, Dragon Lee, Karrion Kross, who some would say is the dark horse out of this whole thing, Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, Kevin Owens, and a superstar from NXT will battle to become the #1 contender to the United States title. So we have a big matchup coming up. I don't think they revealed that last member yet, have they? Of that whole.
No, they haven't. They haven't.
And it's going to be somebody from NXT.
I just can't think of anyone right now. I think we just have to play it out.
That's dumb. Well, you can't bring somebody in from NXT.
You can't bring somebody strong because it makes no sense.
You can't bring in like a Braun Breaker.
No,
If you bring in a Braun Breaker, he's winning that thing. And then you're crushing Karrion Kross, you're crushing Bobby Lashley, you're crushing Dragon Lee.
I just really can't think of a good mid-level NXT guy. I'm not going to put Axiom, no offense.
I'm curious.
Dragon Lee. I don't need two masks.
I don't think it's going to be Axiom, although Axiom would make up for some great spots in that matchup. But
and he did make a main event roster match.
And how does this even work? This is going to be 8 guys in the ring at the same time fighting, or it's going to be a series of matches, a tournament?
Savage, let's face it, Logan Paul's a ghost. He's a main attraction. That's how you got to book him. But I really just see this as a week by week by week thing. That's
probably. Kevin Owens came out, confronted Logan Paul, and basically punched Austin Theory in the face. I saw that punch. You see that punch right here. Look, it did look good. Look, he knocked him out clean. And then Kevin Owens had a match. He went on to defeat Grayson Waller. Austin Theory would try to break the hand of Kevin Owens, and they're telling us that he's actually injured now. I guess we're going to have to wait and see where this goes. But Kevin Owens still being booked strong and at the expense of Grayson Waller and Austin Theory.
I wasn't a fan of the match, Savage. It didn't do it for me. I think it's just the way Grayson Waller's booked. He's booked as a loser. So the match doesn't do it for me. But I think KO and Logan Paul will be a really good match if that were to take place at the Rumble. It makes sense. The fans are behind KO, and I am too.
That might be even a WrestleMania match, though, KO and Logan Paul. Yeah, maybe.
Who doesn't have a match at WrestleMania 40 right now?
A lot of people.
One person? Okay, think of one big star.
Kevin Owens.
LA Knight.
Well, LA Knight's still trying to get
Logan Paul.
LA Knight's still trying to get in the Bloodline's ass.
Come on, Savage. You know that's not
I think they're gonna tease LA Knight for the Rumble. There's gonna be a lot to talk about with LA Knight, but
I'm going for him U.S. title, Logan Paul. That could be
like I said. Despite Austin Theory injuring Kevin Owens' hand outside the ring, the resilient KO fought back, rolled up Grayson Waller, got the quick victory, did the job. We move on to Bianca Belair defeating Kairi Sane. The EST of the WWE caught Sane on the top rope and hit her with a KOD for the victory. Bayley getting involved. So we see more shades of Bayley just trying to really get all the heat she can, because Bianca's obviously a fan favorite here. What did you think about this matchup, Jay?
It was sloppy. I don't know if it was miscommunication between the language barrier between Sang and Belair, but every spot was kind of sloppy. It wasn't a really good match. Bayley coming out making no sense, even though they told her to stay in the back, and she said, okay. I don't get it, but this just builds on, Savage, as to what's really going to happen with Bayley.
That's a good question. Bayley deserves better than what she's gotten since she's returned. I feel like Bayley is a women's world champion, and she should be treated as such. She's an attraction, and obviously fans, whether they want to hate her or love her, she has fans. So we'll see what they're going to do with Bayley. It's going to be interesting to see the next couple of weeks. Nice move there by Bianca Belair, but Jay didn't like it. He's calling it a sloppy match. Bayley over there, she's not happy with what she's seeing. But now we're moving on to Mr. Randy Orton, who is now making his SmackDown comeback over here. He's officially signed with SmackDown. After this segment here, he has to choose between SmackDown and Raw. And, you know, at the end of the day, SmackDown can offer him much more than Monday Night Raw can. Because Randy Orton wants the bloodline. He wants Roman Reigns, who's got more access to the bloodline than SmackDown. Paul Heyman comes out and says, you know what? The bloodline's going to answer that question for you. They try to beat him down. And, of course, LA Knight then emerged to help Randy Orton in an explosive brawl against the bloodline. Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa getting their butts kicked. Orton officially then joined SmackDown. The Viper celebrated with an RKO on Nick Aldis. Yeah, he had one on Jimmy too. But then poor Nick. Poor Nick. How'd this segment hit you, Jay?
It's telling me what I've been telling you last week. I said Orton and Reigns for the Royal Rumble. You asked me, how is that going to happen? I guess we'll see. This was proof right here. This is how it's going to happen. It makes sense. Now I truly see CM Punk going to Raw and going for Seth Rollins. I mean, it's just inevitable. But this was good. Even the Nick Aldis RKO was pretty good. Nick Aldis take, let's give him credit where credit's due. This was great, Savage. I liked it. I thought it was a good way to close it.
I'm surprised he didn't come out here and also state that he's going to join the Royal Rumble. You know, I was wondering.
Because of Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton. That's why.
He's getting
it makes sense, Savage. There's no point to having Orton in there.
But that's SmackDown. SmackDown was okay. I thought it was okay. We need Roman Reigns, I think. I think SmackDown without Roman Reigns is a little weak, man. We need the tribal chief there. Now we're going to get into a little bit of this. First look at John Cena's pacemaker in Mortal Kombat 1. So if you're a fan of the fighting game, you're a fan of John Cena, you might want to check it out. Looks pretty cool. WWE Raw tickets already flying for New Year's Day episode. Really? Obviously, come on, Raw's on fire right now. WWE's on fire. Swerve Strickland gets candid about his basically his situation from NXT. That he wasn't getting listened to. People were basically not paying attention to him. And, you know, they weren't making him the guy, even though he was getting TV time and having banger matches. So basically, he kind of vented a little bit about the WWE. Ricochet could have big money on the horizon as WWE contract ticks down. Real quick, I want to touch on that. Jay, do you think Ricochet deserves that big money?
Like, what do you mean big money-wise? Like, what's
like
big
money? AJ Styles money. Does he
like
serve
how much? Millions?
Millions, yeah. Does
like
he deserve
like $1 million a year?
He had a viral moment with Logan Paul. He's had match after match that's bangers. He sells toys, he sells merch. I'm asking you, yes or no, does he deserve to have
I'm going to say this.
Superstar contract?
I will only give him 1.2, and I'm just being 0.2 because I'm being generous, but that's as max as I go.
Sorry to hear about that Chantel, man. I hope he will get through this as well.
I heard about that. James announced it on YouTube.
Our prayers to Dutch Mantel. I think Ricochet definitely deserves a big pay bump, though, because he's putting in work over the last few years. Yeah, man. Former IC champion, killer matches. I'm not going to say he deserves like AJ Styles money, but he deserves a bump in pay, and I think it's coming to him. Xavier Woods believes AI will 100% annihilate humanity.
I'm not going to listen to this video game freak. Next.
I mean, I think he's watching too many movies, maybe smoking too
many
movies.
Playing too much.
Bad news for possible CM Punk versus Steve Austin dream match. Not going to happen. Probably more than likely. Get over it. Move on. Baron Corbin clinches a gold championship at an MMA tournament. I don't know who exactly. I don't know who he's beating up.
That looks like a little kid, like 18, 19. You're telling me he beat this kid?
Hey, Corbin is a gold medalist now, all right? MMA gold medalist. Stop hating.
Can we zoom in on the little kid?
No. Drew McIntyre sets the record straight after WWE Raw comments sparked on CM Punk. Basically, he was talking hella shit on, I believe it was Monday Night Raw, which we'll get into in a moment. And everybody just took it like he was talking to Punk. He could have been talking to anybody. He set the record straight. He's like, I could have been talking about anybody. More than likely, though, he probably was talking about CM Punk, but he didn't mention his name, so we have to all wonder who he was really talking about. Shane Helms sees shades of the Attitude Era in the current WWE roster. I kind of agree with that, Jay. I think the current roster has some shades of attitude, right? Seth's got some attitude. LA Knight's got some attitude. Roman is finally getting to a level where he's famous and dominant enough to resemble an attitude superstar. I mean, we got our celebrity flash in the pans, the Logans. They come running in.
I don't see it.
Why? Really?
Come on, man.
Not even a little bit?
We're seeing the concepts, the stipulations.
Kevin Owens doesn't give you a little attitude?
The women's in the backstage, the women's in the matches. It used to be hardcore, man. It used to be
bra and panties matches.
Bra and panties matches. They used to be on video games. Now you just have
basically what you're saying is without bra and panty matches, there's no.
What I'm saying is it used to be TV 14, and there's no way they're gonna say hoes on USA Network or wherever the hell they're moving after. It's just not gonna happen. Look what happened tonight, for example.
Well,
leaked out.
We'll get into that in a moment. NXT, we'll talk about that later. I'll talk about Corbin later. I only got a couple of stories left in the breaking news. We'll just bang it out. Undertaker speaks out on Vince McMahon's punishment for a lackluster title reign. Apparently, there was a story, and it's not a story Undertaker confirmed it was true, that Vince was not happy with Undertaker when he was the WWF champion, and he basically told him, you're putting Stone Cold over, give the title right back to him, you're not performing the way I need you to. And Undertaker basically made a comment saying, you know what, I didn't really deserve that. I don't know, Jay, you were there for that era. I mean, do you think Undertaker, his title reign kind of got cut short by Stone Cold? Do you think his title reign was lackluster?
I never liked any of his title reign. If anybody were to say what was the best title reign for Undertaker, it's probably, back in the day. But
probably his first.
I never liked his 90s title reign.
Hulk Hogan, I think, was the best.
I just think he was just, he was a great worker, but he just didn't elevate anyone.
Yeah. WWE ends home video releases in the UK market. Well, I'm not from the UK. But obviously, this was a matter of time. I mean, digital is the way to go. Nobody buys DVDs anymore. Nobody buys Blu-rays. Do you buy Blu-rays, Jay? When was the last Blu-ray you bought? Probably 5 years ago, maybe more.
Can't even recall, man.
I don't know. I see people at the stores when I go. I never see anyone looking through the Blu-ray section ever.
Nobody even goes to stores anymore.
And some brighter news: WWE personnel sees improved chances in landing Okada. Jay, do you think this is a reality? Do you think this is going to happen?
No, I do not think it's going to happen.
Okay. Yeah, I have my doubts too. I'm kind of reserved about that. Now, I do think this is going to happen because WWE is dropping new Ken Shamrock merchandise, and I think they're going to put him in the Hall of Fame this year, maybe even bring him back to TV for a couple of segments. And you know what? I like it. Well-deserved. Ken Shamrock should be in the Hall of Fame. Had some big matches, had some big moments back in the day, came in, was a badass, and he was immediately thrusted in matches with Stone Cold, special guest referee, all kinds of stuff that he did. Ken Shamrock deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. By the way, you heard about this, right? The Yeet. Yeet is now banned. The Yeet is banned. All merch is cut because independent wrestler out there owns the copyrighted trademark Yeet.
Oh, my God.
So,
and they didn't look into that before they started printing it on shirts.
And basically, this guy now has WWE by the balls, and they might even hire him just so they can make merch with Yeet on it. That's where we're at, Jay.
They should have knew that from the beginning. But go ahead.
And now we move on to Monday Night Raw. Last night, great show. Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn engaged in a war of words. This led to their match. Drew McIntyre then defeated Sami Zayn, brutalized Sami Zayn. Zayn was unable to stand on his injured leg. McIntyre leveled Zayn with a blow to the back of the knee before blasting Zayn with a Claymore to pick up the victory. Zayn did put up a hell of a fight. I thought this was a really good match. And it wouldn't stop there. Drew McIntyre basically beating the hell out of Sami Zayn in the back. Just complete annihilation of Sami Zayn. Drew McIntyre, obviously now a bad guy, right? 100%, no doubt about it. What did you think about the match, Jay?
I thought it was a great opener. I thought it could have stole the show to me, but it was really, really good. I thought Sami Zayn saw that left injury really, really well. McIntyre showing that facial expression of a heel, man, and I'm loving it. And what we saw after stage, beating him in his leg, this is great, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good storyline. I like what they're doing with Drew McIntyre because they're kind of setting him loose. You know what? Go be the Scottish psychopath. Go just cause chaos. And we would see
Chambers said Sammy taking time off. That's why this happened. Okay.
We'll see some more. And Sammy taking off, well deserved, by the way. Then we move on to this match where Shayna Baszler basically got decapitated by Nia Jax. There was a spot in the match, Jay, I don't know if you noticed, where Shayna did the German suplex off the top rope, and Nia basically landed on her head. And yeah,
nobody believes me. Everybody makes fun of me. I said Nia Jax is the most dangerous worker of all of women wrestling, but everybody don't believe me.
Listen, sometimes you got to say no to a spot, and this is one of those situations where Shayna should have said, oh, hell no, we're not doing that spot. You want to beat me? You're going to beat me up? You're going over? Fine, but good God, we're not doing that.
It's too late. They did it. This girl got hurt. We all know it. Good thing she's a UFC fighter. If she was a regular, she would have been concussed. Let's face it,
Definitely
Savage.
Definitely a badass.
This woman's matches are so boring that fans took a bathroom break. So did I. She's winning, though, Savage. So let's pay attention to that. I think Rhea Ripley, Nia Jax, Royal Rumble.
She's definitely winning, and they're putting her over, but at the expense of Shayna Baszler, I'm not a fan of, because Shayna just came off. She had a program with Ronda Rousey where she was going to have this transition into, like, I'm going to be the new Ronda. I'm going to be an ass kicker. I'm going to be this. And now, guess what? We're just losing on Raw.
Savage, I also want to point out that Becky Lynch came out after, and there was a stare down. I don't like that. They should have never pulled that trigger. I don't think it was the right
Steven
call.
Chambers says Nia moving quicker in the ring thanks to Charlotte losing.
If you guys agree in the chat, let me know. But I think it was the wrong call. I don't think these two shouldn't meet or have a match. I think it's because if Giant Jax,
there's so many other people for Nia. There's so many other people for Nia Jax to beat up and fight and squash. Why are we sacrificing Shayna Baszler to her? It doesn't make any sense unless she's hurt. And if she was hurt, now she's even more hurt. So what are we doing here? What are we doing?
Well, look what happened to Rhea Ripley and Raquel. Failure because they pulled too early. I don't like Nia Jax.
She continued her domination, dismantling Shayna Baszler in a spirited contest. Baszler locked in the Kirifuda clutch, but Jax planted Baszler with the Annihilator to emerge victorious. And then Becky Lynch comes out.
This is bad, Savage.
And the segment in the back, I have a receipt for you. Why?
Why is Lynch doing this? Why? We don't got nothing else for it. Not even time off.
Do you think they're going to feed Nia to Lynch, though? Or are they going to feed?
That's going to be a Raw match. That's going to be a Raw match. That could be like a New Year's Christmas match just to get fans into it. That I could see that happen. I really could.
Yeah, dude. With the way that they've been booking Nia Jax, I feel bad for Becky Lynch because Becky Lynch right here. I think Becky's winning.
Nia Jax, I
think Nia's winning right now, 100%. You know, she's got a new look, she's got a new run, and I think they're gonna go with it all the way. And don't forget, she's got the bloodline factor on her side.
Oh, stop.
She does.
Some of those bloodline factors don't really go all the way. We're seeing it right now.
DIY defeats Imperium in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Probably the more competitive match of the night. It should have been a little more competitive because these guys can all go in the ring. But after meeting in the middle on 2 previous attempts, Gargano and Ciampa connected on the 3rd, earning the decisive fall on Ludwig Kaiser. The conflict between Kaiser and Vinci reared its ugly head once more with the two verbally sparring after the match. And I remember Vinci telling him, you're going to have to explain this to Gunther. How'd this match hit you, Jay?
Well, they got a lot of time, but it was really good. And I don't think the fans appreciated it wherever the hell they were at. It's sad. I blame WWE Machine behind it because they didn't really tell us the history of DIY so we could get behind them when the 3rd fall happened. I thought Vinci was a star. I thought that springboard to a moonsault was really great. There was no error on that, so give credit to Vinci what he did in that match. But overall, Savage, It was a really good 203 out of falls, which I don't know why 203 out of falls happened in the first place. And I don't think anybody appreciated it. And that's the sad part.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong, man. DIY over there, they get better treatment on NXT. Like, I don't get it. When they were on, like, Johnny Gargano was on NXT last week, whatever, they had a beautiful video package for him. And they're telling the NXT fans who already know the history, reminding them of the history. You need to show that history to the people of Monday Night Raw more. All right? Not these weird segments where Johnny's house is getting invaded and his wife and baby have to come running out of the stairs. What does that tell me about Johnny Gargano? Except that he can't protect his wife.
The only thing I know about Ciampa, he was injured, he came back.
No, he's back. We'll see where this is going to go. Either way, they're still letting them win on Monday Night Raw, so I guess that's a positive if you're a DIY fan. I do really enjoy DIY, but they need to present them a little better. Caden Carter, Katana Chance defeated Tegan Knox and Natalya. I guess they're the new number one contenders now. Carter and Chance won after they hit an awesome splash on Natty. I was thinking they were going to let Natty and Knox get this one. That was not the case, Jay. So what do you think? Caden Carter, are they going to be the one?
I think I was surprised too. I really thought I had Natalya and Knox winning.
I thought they were going to win.
Maybe this is the start of something, Savage, something to get the women's tag team division going. I mean, Carter Chance showed some nice moves. I mean, wasn't a great match, but I was interested in Chance and Carter. I think we need to see them do a little more tag team. They could be legit.
I definitely think they're a good tag team. They got good chemistry. They got good moves, and they're definitely high flying. The fans love them. We'll see where this plays out. I don't know if they're going to be the ones to beat Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, because I think they're doing really good work right now on screen.
Only backstage segment, Savage.
It's still on screen, isn't it? Speaking of on screen, your boy Cody Rhodes coming out, and he's going to get interrupted by Nakamura, who's going to have a video message with him, basically telling him, me and you are the same, but, you know, you've awakened me, and now I'm going to finish your story. Cody Rhodes says he doesn't respect him until he comes face-to-face with him, and we're still pushing this. So, obviously, this is going to be a match, but the question is, when, where? Or is it going to be a Rumble match? Are they both going to be in the Rumble? Is Shinsuke going to cost Cody the Rumble? I mean, there's a lot of scenarios here. And where do you think they're going with this, Jay? Because I could see Nakamura costing Cody the Rumble.
It's on Raw. He announced it.
But that's it? That's a one-off? You don't think it's going to be a whole thing?
No, because Cody's in the Rumble. Why would it be an whole thing?
Oh, because then Nakamura's going to be in the Rumble. Maybe he costs him the match.
Fine.
Okay.
That's fine, but why would there be another program after this? I mean,
well, let's say Cody beats Nakamura the first match. Nakamura's salty, screws Cody out of the Rumble, setting up Cody for Nakamura at like either Elimination Chamber or
no, stop. Why would you put your biggest star to win the title in danger in No Way Out before the match?
Yeah, maybe he's not their biggest star anymore. CM Punk just joined.
That's another star you can't put in danger. That's why we don't see him.
All right. Well, Nakamura over there is going to basically not show up. Cody doesn't respect him. The Creed brothers go on to defeat Dirty Dominic Mysterio and JD McDonough. This was a good match, too. I loved how the Creed brothers actually just won the match nice and clean. I didn't think Dom or JD had a chance because the Creed brothers have been put over incredibly well lately. R-Truth is going to be out there. Basically, he was talking trash to JD McDonough, basically telling him you don't belong here. Where are they going with that? I don't know. Let's see what Jay thinks. After launching Mysterio into Michael Cole and Wade Barrett's lap at commentary, the Creed brothers capped the dominant win with the Brutus ball on McDonough. I'll go to Jay. What did you think of the match?
I thought it was okay. I don't think it was great, but give credit to what credit's due to Julius. I mean, those belly to bellies, I lost count after number 5.
There's a lot going on.
Kicking back up. Even Cole was selling it. I mean, this guy is just pure freak of nature. And giving it to Brutus, you know, he's been doing a little errors in NXT in his day, but when he started the main event roster, he has not messed up, and he is impressive too. So I like where the Creed brothers are going. I think they got a lot of momentum, and it made sense for them to win because, let's face it, Dominic and JD, they always lose.
It's true. Creed Brothers on a hell of a run right now, and I believe they're number one contenders now for the tag team titles.
Yes,
It's going to
they
be
are.
interesting to see if they're going to pull the trigger on them, or are they going to really make them work for it? We're going to find out live. Nonetheless, Diamond Mine, Creed Brothers, whatever you're calling them, they're looking hella strong on Monday Night Raw ever since day one. And let's see if they protect that. Main event, Jey Uso doing what his name says, being in the main event against Seth freaking Rollins. And guess what, Jay? This was an excellent match, definitely match of the night. And I loved how it ended clean. No shenanigans, no nonsense, no interference. Obviously, something happened after the match, which we'll get into. But Seth freaking Rollins goes on to defeat Jey Uso to retain the World Heavyweight title. High-flying match. Beautiful combinations, splashes, suplexes, overall good spots. Gets ruined by Drew McIntyre, who comes out at the end of the match after it's said and done. Clobbers Jey Uso, beats up Seth freaking Rollins. Look at that. Well, it's a good shot. Yeah, Drew looking strong, though. But, Jay, I'll go to you. What did you think of the match? And then what did you think about Drew's statement to close off Raw?
Yeah, Savage, I thought it was a great match between these two. I thought Rollins brought out the best of Jey Uso. I thought it was Jey Uso's best single match he's had in 2023, to be honest with you. I know we all loved him when he pinned Reigns, but this is just pure classic. Give credit where credit's due to both guys. I thought that there was a lot of near falls, there was a lot of counters. There was a lot of high-flying spots by Jey Uso with the two splashes. I mean, what can you want? I really thought Rollins really elevated Jey Uso. Let's just see where they go with him. It looks like Drew and Jay, maybe for Rumble, or maybe they're going to be in the Rumble, no matter how they book it. But I also like Drew. I like the facials, and I think he was saying truth hurts or something like that. But
yeah, that's his new mantra now, the truth hurts.
Yeah, it worked for me, man. I thought it was a great way to pro. I thought it was one of the best Raws they had, to be honest.
No, it was a great Raw, and it was a great main event. Probably one of the better main events they've had in a while. Clean finish. Yeah. And like you said, Jay actually didn't look like Jey Uso. He looked a little more, he had a little more kick to his step. Everything was connecting, hitting, looking good. Strong, solid Monday Night Raw. If you missed out on it, make sure you go and watch it. We do the WWE weekly review here on Wrestling with Savage every single Tuesday night, right after NXT. And then on Wednesday nights, we do the AEW weekly update. Make sure you tune in back tomorrow at 11 p.m. to hear what we have to say about AEW. BPW Championship Eliminator coming up. The rules are right there. You can watch it on the Premier Streaming Network. There's going to be a monstrous match between Jacob Fatu and Dan Maff. Make sure you subscribe to the Premier Streaming Network, where you can watch thousands of wrestling shows all around the year, all around the world. And you can catch shows like Saturday Morning Superstars from BPW every Saturday at 10 a.m. on Premier. Only $9.99. Make sure, if you didn't watch last week's episode, watch Surviving the Warrior with Marty Jannetty, our second most viewed episode to date. Great stories on the Ultimate Warrior. And the reason why this show started a little bit late tonight is because we just finished wrapping and filming this show. And if you don't know who this man is, here's a little video for you. Today's special guest is none other than Rob Van Dam, Mr. Monday Night, Mr. Pay-Per-View, Mr. Any Night of the Week, currently kicking ass all over the world on AEW and stealing the show everywhere he goes. RVD is a WWE Hall of Famer and a former ECW, WWE, TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Between all three companies, Rob Van Dam won 21 total championships and is only one of two wrestlers in history to have held all three World Heavyweight Championships, the only man in history to hold the ECW and the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at the same damn time. The original architect and flat out one of the greatest of all time. The whole fucking show. Now live on the Party with Marty podcast. Yeah, so that show, we just finished wrapping it today. You can watch it live on Thursday night at 10 o'clock on the Party with Marty podcast. Make sure you subscribe. Very good episode. RVD and Katie Forbes sat with us over an hour and a half. Some killer stories. We talked about, guys like Bam Bam Bigelow, Kevin Nash, Vince McMahon, Triple H. We have stories in there on Paul Heyman. We covered a lot. It was a great show. Really enjoyed it. Hell of an experience to sit there with one of my childhood heroes, basically. I grew up loving Rob Van Dam. But watch the podcast this Thursday and make sure you come to Icons of Wrestling December 16th to meet the Black Dahlia. You can meet Nikki Duke. She's killing it right now, a woman of wrestling. We have Ultraviolet. We have Zaya Brookside. Huge stars here from NXT. Izzy Morano is also going to be there. We have a special Meet All 5 Ladies Super Combo, $100. Icons of Wrestling Convention Fan Fest. It's going to be a good time. While you're at it, go over to the Pro Wrestling Tees store and show your support for Wrestling with Savage. Show your support for the wrestling universe. Show your support for Marty Jannetty. All right? Party with Marty. The store is live. The shirts are live. Go show some support. Come on down to the wrestling universe and meet superstars like this. Big signing December 9th. I mean, just look at the names. Mackenzie Mitchell, recently released from NXT, is going to be there.
Crazy.
December 9th. I mean, that's literally in a couple of days. Savage will be there. I'll talk to her. I'll find out what happened with her in NXT. Savage will get you the scoop. You can be assured of that. Velvet Sky's going to be there. I'm sure I'm going to have a conversation with her. And I got to ask her some questions about a certain wrestler that I'm not going to say his name. And Steven Chambers, no, the interview was live, but, you know, it's going to be shown and debuted on Thursday. Meet Sami Callihan at the Wrestling Universe. Kushida's going to be there. Steve Kern, better known as Doink, he's going to be there. Rika Tatsumi's going to be there. Look at this. Cameron of the Funkadactyl is going to be in the house.
Nobody cares.
Meet Mila Grace. And check this out. It's all good to go. December 29th. Come on down. Go ahead, Jay. Do it. Do the dance, Jay. Yeah. December 29th. Come on down and meet Prince Nana. He will be there with none other than his client, Swerve Strickland, who will be in the house from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Pick up your tickets now, WrestlingUniverse.com. You can come and party with Savage and get ready to bring in the new year. Maximum Male Models will be at the Wrestling Universe. Matt Riddle will be at the Wrestling Universe. Alberto Del Rio. Ricardo Rodriguez is not showing up, unfortunately. That's canceled. Got to change that graphic. Spike Dudley on ECW Day. Danny Doring, Roadkill, Justin Credible, Chris Chetty, Francine, the Queen of Extreme, Steve Carino, Jack Victory, Raven, Todd Gordon, and Rob Van Dam. All coming to you from the Wrestling Universe on February 10th for ECW Day. And now we're probably at the part of the show that Jay's going to love the most. NXT. Now, Jay, for reasons, I only saw a little bit of NXT. What I did see tonight is I saw the brawl between the women. They were having the interview between the people that were going to, I guess be in the Iron Survivor for the women's match.
All you saw?
I saw Axiom and Nathan Frazier go at it. That looked like it was a good match, but I'm not really sure why they're going back to that. All I have for you is right here. So tell me what happened tonight.
Well, this is all not in order or whatever. It started, I believe it started with Perez, Hale, Kiana James, Fallon Henley. Was a four-way to see who's going to take the last spot in the Women's Survivor Challenge match. I give credit to all credits due. That was a great opener, Savage. These four women killed it. I thought Perez made Kiana James look good. I think the two most underrated women NXT stars they have is Kiana James and Fallon Henley. Fallon Henley looked good. She signed. She did that shining kick for the finish. She got the win, which I'm not, I had a little bit on Hale, but I'm not mad at Henley. We all know James and Perez were feuding for weeks, so we all know where that's going to go. It was either Hale or Henley, and I think they pulled the trigger. I really think it's time for her to get elevated to that spot, to that main event spot.
Yeah, I saw that she actually won the match and was talking trash at the end. I also noticed that Tiffany Stratton was laying in some hella good shots there, good forearms from her. I'm excited to see her wrestle again because it's been a while since we've seen Tiffany Stratton. She's going to have
this Saturday.
What happened with Chase U tonight?
Oh, man. This story just gets worse and worse every time I see it. talking about Chase U and his gambling and his debt and how he put the whole Chase U in compromise because of the situation, and he doesn't know, owes hundreds of thousands of dollars. What made it worse, I think, was the saying that all students cannot get financial aid. I thought that was the dumbest thing that I saw on live TV tonight, but they went with it. But Savage, there was a moment. Thea Hale was looking at another Chase U student. I believe this guy's name is Riley. He's from NXT UK, and it looks like Riley, I think it's Riley Osborne. Riley Osborne, and Thea Hale was staring at him. JC Jane had to snap her out of it and hit her something in the head. And it looks like there's going to be a romantic storyline between them. We all know what this guy can do. Give it credit. He's very athleticism. Let's see where this goes. Let's see where this play out. But that was the only highlight of the whole Chase U. Everything else is trash.
Okay. What happened in this matchup?
Yeah. Well, you know, to my left, you said he was Native American. I thought he was Latino. And then we have the other three. I was surprised at the finish, Savage. Tyler Bate won. He will advance. Wesley showed some heel. He did a roll-up in the beginning, and I believe all guys called it. Thorpe and Bate called it. Thorpe came out with the rib tape bandage. I think they're doing that, Savage, because this guy has to get over. He has to be a fan favorite, and he's not there yet. So let's put some rib tape bandage on him. Let's abuse him in the match, because let me tell you, Savage, you want to talk somebody that got abused throughout the whole show. There's none other than Eddie Thorpe. He got abused. He got torn. He got spine busted by Joe Coffey on the steel steps. Hurt more in the ribs. That kind of took him out. Tyler Bate got the victory. After that, Dijak came out, started cutting the promos just like every other guys before they had their big brawl for the match this Saturday. But the funniest thing that this guy, Dijak, comes out, Thorpe is leaving, and then he's like, you think you're going to win, babe? You're delusional as this guy. And he says, hold on a second, and kicks Thorpe in the face. Talk about abuse of a guy that we don't even know his nationality. Savage said he's Native American. I don't believe it. But that's what happened. I thought that was the funniest thing. But this match, Savage, it was good. I liked it.
Well, I'm glad to hear you like this match, because it looks like it would be a good match on paper. We'll keep it moving. What happened in this match? I love Metaphor. I think they're killing it.
I think
Krusty Academy. I saw that. I caught that part where they did the video, the little TikTok dance.
I know you do big things with big stars. I get it. 5-star 21 championships. But this was the match that you had to watch because you're a Metaphor match. This was an entertaining match. This was great. This was great. And this is me saying this for two groups of jokers. Savage, I couldn't believe what Last Legend did with my own eyes. She body slam Otis.
Did she really?
And she got a holy shit chant. Of course, they bleep it out, which I was saying earlier what they do. She body slammed him. And I'm talking about holding him, moving back for like 2 seconds, and then slamming him.
Wow.
That is strength. That was the highlight of the match. I think Nomar Dar and Metaphor should be booked like this. They should have matches instead of this Heritage Cup. If you take that away, I could take this guy seriously because they all did well. Even Maxine Dupree did well. It was just great. I thought the match was great.
I'm going to have to go back and watch all of this because I missed that matchup here.
Now
we'll move on to Deadline, some quick predictions. We have Corbin taking on Dragunov, and I think the way they've been booking Corbin, super strong. I don't see how Dragunov's walking out as the NXT champion. Jay, what do you think?
Corbin's a loser. I'm going with Ilya.
Okay, we'll keep it simple. Iron Survivor Challenge. We now know Fallon Henley's the last one. Who do you got here?
Well, listen, after what I saw tonight of all of them being rough, I'm going to take my chances. I'm going to roll dice with the cowgirl, Fallon Henley. I think she's the dark horse. I think she should win it if you want to elevate her.
I still think so wait, you think Fallon Henley's getting the full push on this one?
If you want to push her to that level, yes, you have to make her. Yeah.
Well, they kind of did. They kind of did go out of left field with letting her even get in the thing. I wasn't even expecting that. So now that she's in it, though,
you missed out one particular thing. Welcome back, Nikita Lyons.
I did catch that actually.
So welcome back.
I was actually watching that with Marty. Nice roundhouse kick she had.
And nice roundhouse kick, and she lost weight.
Yeah, she looks good. Honestly, I wish she could have made it back a little sooner so that she could have been in the Iron Survivor Challenge. But I guess we're going to have to wait to see her wrestle.
I truly see Stratton and Henley down and her taking the pin over Stratton.
What do you think about this match right here?
Man. You know, I thought about this long and hard, Savage. People are going to think I'm crazy. The last person, of course, Tyler Bate. I'm going to take my chances, and I'm going to roll with Josh Bridge. I'm going to roll with him, Savage. I think this guy's going to win. Of course, he's going to lose afterwards, but I think he's going to win. I truly would love Dijak, but unfortunately, Dijak was always booked to lose. Trick Williams looked like he's feuding next. And Braun Breaker, well, he just done everything. You can't give it to him. So
who's the last guy in this match right now?
Tyler Bate. It's Tyler Bate.
Tyler Bate, like you said earlier.
He's lost, and I don't see him winning. I think Josh Bridges should win.
You think Josh is coming out of this one on top?
I think Josh Bridges is going to win.
How do you beat Braun Breaker, though, without making him look weak?
Have Dijak do a bunch of moves to him and take him out.
So Dijak and Braun set up their own feud by beating the hell out of each other out of this match.
And
Trick Williams, do you think Carmelo Hayes is going to get involved and kind of cost them the match?
Something's going to go down, but I think Josh Bridges makes sense. I think
Why isn't Lexus King in this? Why isn't Lexus King in this tournament?
Why should he?
I know why. All right, now this match probably going to be match of the night, to be honest.
That is, I hate to break your heart.
But Wesley's injured, right?
I know. Wesley came out tonight and cut a big promo.
He's hurt. He's hurt.
Yeah, it was real. I swear to God, it was real. It was tears coming down his face. Cried, broke down. He came in a cane because his back. Something happened with his nerves. I don't even know how he got hurt. Savage, it was bad to hear, man. Like, you couldn't even hear a quarter falling from the floor. That's how bad it was when he started crying. And I felt bad for the dude. He's going to be out for about a year.
A year? What happened?
Yeah, a year, Savage. It's something with his back. Booker T was saying it's something in the nerves. And then Vic Joseph saying in ring return 8 to 12 months. So it must be real serious. I don't even know how he got hurt because I thought last week he did great and he just standing tall.
We just saw him killing on the ring
I
last
don't know
week.
what happened, bro. I think that should be a breaking news tomorrow, but it was bad, Savage. I thought it was great, but then, of course, Dominic comes out and we catch some heat from it. What's up, Marty? Catch some heat from it.
What's up, man?
What's up, Marty?
It was bad. It was, I was just telling Marty about Savage. A guy cut a promo and was crying and stuff because he just got hurt. His back. He's going to be out.
Who was that? Who was that?
Wesley. He had a match this Saturday for the NXT North American title this Saturday in Connecticut. And he came out tonight with a cane. He couldn't even stand up tall. He's going to be out for about 8 to 12 months. Something about a nerve in his back. Serious surgery, man. It looks real serious.
Is that Carmelo?
Going out to Wesley, man.
God damn it.
That's Wesley,
definitely.
and that's Dominique's son right there.
Where's
Dominique? Not Dominique.
Where's Carmelo?
Carmelo's going to be in this matchup right over here. Earlier in the night, he had a qualifying match and he lost. Okay, Steven Chambers says, "What's up, Marty?" But that's enough about NXT.
Wait, I can't see y'all, man. I got to take these back off.
So what's going on, Marty? How'd you feel about the episode?
What's up, Marty? How was it?
I was telling Jay we just finished, filming.
How was it?
I thought it was more than good. Look, and I never even had to show this is always my fallback too when things go wrong. I never had to go to it. That's my boy, man, Steven Tyler. Shawn Michaels is up. Take a dick and put it in your mother's ass. God, fuck. Sean always loved Elvis, and Elvis was obviously good, but Elvis came and left us. Steve's still going, so I'm gonna go with him. That might have been a horrible comparison. I mean, you talk about lives and deaths and Michael Lickerson's. Hey, that was episode 10 tonight, right?
Yeah, we just filmed episode 9 last week, which was you
Yeah.
talking about the Ultimate Warrior Survivor
That's
Series,
good.
and just
I
tonight.
I posted it. I posted. Y'all don't want to miss it because damn, it's supposed to be an hour. We went 2, and had to end
we
it.
went an hour and 27 minutes exactly.
Oh, it was longer than that.
No,
So Marty,
no,
you could give us any sneak peek as to what you guys were covering. That way we could all know what it's going to be about.
Say again. I'm so sorry.
You give us a sneak peek of what topics you were talking about. That way we could tell the fans.
Yeah,
what it was about.
we watched the love scene. About while doing the
Love
episode.
scene.
Yeah, I mean him and Katie, Swaggy,
good.
my cat. He wanted to get him a room. I mean the kissing they did, it made us all excited. I don't know if we were excited for the fact that we still love that there's love out there like that, or do we just want to see them fuck? But Swaggy was on by No, it was, and they're great. She's great. He's great. Great couple. Wait,
Look at these slides, Marty.
wait,
Look at
back up.
Marty.
Look, right there. See the girl with the tongue?
Yes, sir.
That's Katie. That's a Katie also. All right, now keep going forward, or however you were doing that. All right, keep going. Or is that the end? Oh boy, damn. All right, sorry. Keep going. Yeah, please keep going. There's your boyfriend, man. I think somebody said you liked him when he had hair.
He was funny when he probably was funnier when he had hair. He's more serious now.
Yeah, he got me. I think he got pissed off about losing the hair.
Probably. I mean, he was pretty determined on wearing that baseball cap at WrestleMania. I know that.
Really? And we touched on that with Rob on the show. He used to give me ecstasy in the club in New York City, China Club. And that's when he had hair. He was all friendly and happy and party. Then he started losing his hair and he got so pissed off at everybody else.
And how do you feel once it was in the system? Was he dancing?
Oh, I don't know if he even took it. I think he was just trying to get the young boys fucked up. Sometimes they do that.
That's right.
Yeah, so this way he can leave and not pay them.
There's one of my girlfriends calling. My girlfriend's called to talk to me. I'm sorry, Greek. Shit, how are we gonna fix this?
I don't know. He keeps calling me Mizzy and Missy and
not Missy.
Call Jerry Lynn Missy. See how he feels about it.
I watched him do this. What's that when you get in the pit and smosh? Not smosh, but you remember like 10, 15 years ago when they were banging, head banging, like banging into each other on the dance floor.
All that nonsense.
Yeah, he was so good at it.
Yeah. Jay, these are all the slides we used from the show earlier tonight. So these are all the topics. There's Marty Jannetty actually hitting a suicide dive.
Man.
On Jerry Lynn. Look at that.
The only thing that hit the rope was my dingling because it didn't quite clear because it kind of hangs low even in my tights.
I don't even want to know how hard that fall was.
I went back to see how he's catching.
Yeah.
I felt bad for him though. Like, did I mash you? He goes, no, man.
And you mentioned this was like on his retirement tour, right?
Yeah, it was his last match for the last year, and it went on for 10 years. But can't say nothing. How long did Ric Flair go?
Did you ever wrestle Sabu?
Yeah, remember we was talking about it. No, me and I thought. Remember when Rob reminded me that we had a tag match together in Aruba. Aruba's a place hard not to get ecstasy. I mean, you just walk around with your mouth open, something's gonna land in there. But Sabu and I wrestled each other it might have been India because he was so big, like I'll put a chair, I'll run and step in that chair and then bounce to the top rope and do a flip out on the floor on you, and I'm standing on the table. I'm going to catch him. So either I fall off the table, and if I fall off and land right on my back, I roll through like I'm pinning him, which it don't matter because it's not in the ring, But sometimes Sabu would get high.
Sometimes.
That's why I love him to death.
I'll call him right now. He's probably obliterated.
And he'll tell you when we were in France one time, a lot of overseas shit together. We were in France and they'll give you medicine to, an athlete in different countries. They'll give you medicine to get you through. And, I didn't want to oversell, right? And they had the doctor coming around to our rooms giving us, it was Oxycontin, not Codone, which is like Percocet, generic Percocet. Oxycontin, the shit that people were crushing, snorting, the heroin effect. And, it's just good shit. It was good anyway. But so I shouldn't be saying all this on TV.
Probably not.
No, fucking fruit flies are still here when you brought them.
Bam Bigelow's waiting for you.
He's sitting there probably like this. I told you not to drive that.
He had to have gotten in heaven. I heard he was actually in. Most people that I've talked to all said he was actually a big teddy bear outside of the ring.
Oh, he is, yeah, big time. He didn't like my partner, Shawn Michaels. I know that's a shocker, but he was so mad because Shawn said he was the best heel in the business, and right when he was doing heel. And me and him were riding together that night, leaving the Madison Square Garden. I don't know where the hell we were going, but we're talking. He had to wrestle Lawrence Taylor in WrestleMania. They had a match. I forgot what Lawrence.
That shit was the main event.
Yeah, and Lawrence Taylor did good. I thought. I think he hurt himself. When he dove off. I think he dove off the top.
Yeah, he did the shoulder. He did the John Cena shoulder block.
Will you come get these damn fruit flies you brought over here?
I didn't bring a damn thing over there.
Fuck, they're still here.
We're going off the rails, man. We're talking about Bam Bam. You're talking about fruit flies.
Oh yeah. So we're riding over. I think we were going to New Jersey to get a beer, and which New York has it longer. I'm going off the rails, but they Bam Bam. He's like, fuck your partner. I'm like, yeah, I know why? Because obviously we'd already split. Because me and Shawn, when we were tag teaming, always rode together. So if I was riding with Bam Bam, it must have been after we split. But it was because that was his whole complaint. It was like
he went bad guy. Yeah.
He thinks he's the baddest heel. He's the best heel in WWF at the time. It was WWF. And I'm like, he thinks that? Because I didn't know what to say. Like, oh, he thinks that? He goes, and he's wrong. And I'm like, yeah, I guess. Yeah. He goes, because I am. He goes, because I am. I'm like, well, you put him down for being arrogant and cocky, and now, okay, I'm going to shut up. But he was so, Bam Bam got so jubilated. What's the word I don't want to say? But he got so up there because he's working with Lawrence Taylor, the baddest guy in football.
Oh, I'm sure that got to his head. Main eventing WrestleMania. It's a big deal for a wrestler.
Yeah, and then Lawrence Taylor was a bad boy, in his heyday with the Giants.
Well, dude, that sent, I believe that was the first time they had like actual celebrity wrestling, let alone in the main event. So it got a lot of coverage.
And that was... It had to be early night, like 90, 91.
Wasn't that WrestleMania 12?
No, probably not, because I think that was out in LA.
Maybe WrestleMania.
That was the Iron Man match.
It was either 10 or 11.
Whichever one it was. This is the part I didn't want to tell y'all. But I could have Salt and Pepper, remember them? Yeah. What a man, what a mighty big man.
Absolutely.
And what else did they do? Was it push it real good? I forgot what they sang, but all of them were sexual, and they actually sang at the WrestleMania. Was it at WrestleMania or to build up to it? Whatever it was, I accidentally wanted to have sex with Salt. I didn't know, whether or not she was married or whatever, but and Pepper wasn't bad, but I mean, I was actually closest to Salt. I could have had sex with her. I mean, I had a full heart on her. I just don't know if she cared for me or not.
Well, I mean, I don't know how the hell we went from Bam Bam Bigelow and Lawrence Taylor to you having a full heart on.
Because it was all. There it is. That's where you heard the shoulder, I think. Talk about LT.
Yeah.
Fast forward it a little bit.
It's not a video. It's just
fast forward it anyway.
Okay, I don't know what the hell I'm fast forwarding to. Oh, look, it's Jade Cargill.
Yeah, she's
What website is this? Maybe I found the new look at this, Phosphax.
Hello. Hold on, somebody came in. Hello. Hey, sign in, or you gonna sign out? Hold on, man. Hey, better now.
Marty getting wild here on the Wrestling with Savage show.
What are you doing, goofball?
Hi, Marty.
Oh man, you ain't even gonna chat with you.
Only here on Wrestling with Savage can you watch our weekly show where we get joined by absolute legends randomly. Marty Jannetty could crash our party anytime.
Hold on. Goddamn. All right, hold on. Hold on. Hey, can you give me a minute?
Marty gonna come say goodbye.
All right, hold on. Hello. Okay. A lot of shit just happened in 1 second. Are you there?
Yeah, everything.
Yeah,
good?
we
One of my friends, I didn't see. That's what happens. I lock that door all the time. The one time I don't lock it, somebody comes in.
Well, that's usually the way it works. Yeah.
That's my friend bringing me this. I had it. This is like third week in a row. I'm still not pregnant.
Still not pregnant? Are you trying?
It says negative.
Okay, that's all right.
Oh wait, this is COVID.
Sorry about
You
your
gave me a
Georgia.
COVID damn test.
Sorry about your Georgia Bulldogs, by the way, not making it in the top 4.
You know what's crazy though is Alabama got in. They snuck in, but they should have because Florida State, their third string quarterback would be. What would have happened if they got in? Would have been like TCU last year with Georgia in the finals, 63-7 or something, embarrassing it. And that wasn't TCU's fault. They shouldn't have been there to start with. That's all that money talking. You know, Texas got a lot of money.
Yeah.
But so, you know, to keep the embarrassment, you know, Florida State should thank them because now they can always bitch. We were undefeated. If they would have went and got beat 60-0, they had to live with some embarrassment. Now they can live with we're the ones that got fucked that year, remember? So, you know, Texas, man, Georgia was like, imagine being Georgia. Imagine my boys here, undefeated, went to the SEC game with 29 wins in a row, 2 times back-to-back world champions, going for 3. You lost that game by a field goal, and you didn't get shit. You just had a winning season. That's it. All that for
it was fun tonight to listen to Rob Van Dam making fun of people in Georgia, though.
It's always fun.
He was doing, and Marty got him to do the Shawn Michaels impersonation, which.
Oh my God, his eyeball, huh?
Rob can make his eyeball like a cockeyed. It's fucking.
Oh my God! It floats. It just fucking goes back and forth like airport lights. You know, the lights that go around. They've got to be jealous. Like, why can't we do that?
Well, that shit was awesome. And on some breaking news, I'll announce it here first. Why not? We have more guests on coming on Marty's show. We have Tanaka tomorrow. We're recording an episode with Tanaka.
Oh, Patrick.
Yeah, Pat Tanaka will be on the Party with Marty. We're filming that tomorrow. And next
we're going
week,
to ask him. Remind me to ask him about, because he said that he talked about on Dark Side of the Ring, you know, the show on TV.
Oh, God, you want to talk about Karen again?
Who?
Karen?
No, stay away from her. She meant well. She just don't have the mental capacity. But, no, when he was talking about shooting a gun, like when AJ, we'd been up for days, you know, doing the hooker thing. I had the hooker or dance, you know, exotic dancers, strippers, you know, they were over. That was all the time. They were over my house. We had 3-4 days. I actually flew a couple in they drove down from Atlanta.
Yeah, if the hooker's flying, that's going to be expensive.
Yeah.
That's expensive hooker.
Well, one came in from Seattle, and then she died on me, but we'll leave that alone for now.
Wow,
but
that sounds like a movie.
But so on the same 4-day stretch, nobody was sleeping because we had so much. Back when we used to do cocaine, we had a pile. Here, I'll use Steven Tyler to show you.
Steven Tyler?
Yeah. Well, the book. Just a tennis ball. That's on the table. Big pile like that of cocaine. It took for a while to find it. It seems like we had 15 people You know,
You guys were pure wire for days, standing up like zombies.
yeah, but everybody started getting tired after day 2. They started going to sleep. Day 3, on day 4, it was me and Tanaka still
That
awake.
was it. The only one still standing.
Yeah, and Pat looks at me. Oh, during that stretch, we were at my pool in the backyard, and there were dancers. It's nothing for them to lay around naked. They're laying at the pool naked. Everybody's on their stomach, including me. There's 3 girls, me, in a line, and Pat's up, and this Dave Hill. He was a singer in a band there in Orlando. So I live in Orlando. They're walking around. Pat's naked, but got a towel on because he seems to be like a lot of Japanese guys. Gosh, I hope I don't get myself in trouble on this, but they're not well endowed, down below.
I know the people from there. Yeah.
Yeah, and like the brothers.
Wait. Why don't you tell Jay here what you told RVD earlier about
Is
that?
it Jake or Jay? What do you say?
J-Y.
Earlier,
Yeah.
you said you invented some kind of kung fu, or what was it called?
Chung Mudo. Yeah, that's what I didn't invent it. That's what I was studying.
What's in the mix-up?
Everything. It was a keto. Like every night of the week was a different. It was like a keto. I don't remember the order, but we'll just say a keto Monday night, judo Tuesday night, Kimpo karate Wednesday night, whatever else I left off that night. And as we were talking about, it's hard enough to learn one discipline. To learn 4 or 5 or 6 at one time.
What about Muay Thai? What about Muay Thai?
Muay Thai. Muay Thai. No, we didn't do that one. No,
Did Tanaka know any real karate?
Oh yeah.
Muay Thai use most of your elbows though.
Muay Thai's kicking
use elbows.
And the feet.
Yeah,
man. But when my sensei said the best way to teach somebody nothing is to show them everything, because it's too much. I mean, too much info. You lost it all.
You can't process it. It's coming in.
But it ended up being Chung Mudo. You can probably Google it and see it. It ended up getting sued and going out of business because they said deceptive business practice. Whatever way they got them, that was the criteria, or
Whatever the hell that means.
Deceptive business practice means if you show karate on your door and you get in there, you're like, you got to pay $1,000 and we'll give you a black belt. You're being deceptive to the people.
Basically bullshit.
If you say we got the best chicken and you go in, it's just beef, steak or whatever. It's lying. It's lying advertising. But
Back to the breaking news, though. Next week, who's coming on your podcast, Marty?
Yeah, Al Snow and what's his name?
Well, Tanaka's tomorrow. Next week, Al Snow, and we have other people lined up. Plenty of people.
Oh yeah, Tarago Mesa. I think her last name's Mesa. She's gonna come on. That's a friend of mine. She's like for aliens, not like coming across the border, not aliens like that, but like for outer space. The aliens.
I'm cool with that. That's a cool subject.
Yeah, UFO, that type of aliens.
I think Al Snow's gonna bring Hollywood Haley James with him.
Oh really? Oh yeah, that's his. That'd be so good. In fact, let's call him now.
You want to call him right now? You got his number. Call him.
I do got his number, but hold on, let me see. I don't know. He's one. Well, he's not one, but he's one. He's, how do I say it? I respect him.
You should
respect all the people I respect.
Al Snow's a badass.
I actually respect you, whether you know it or not.
Well, thank you, sir.
No, you hurt my feelings today. You told me I didn't appreciate it.
I was telling you what people were telling me. That was a miscommunication.
You smoked me a cigarette.
Look, I'm so good.
But you've changed.
One story, Jay, that you will love is Rob was telling a story about the time that he cracked Stevie Richards in the head with the chair by accident, like the side of the chair, and he broke his entire orbital bone.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even know what an orbital was.
I didn't even know he did that shit. But here's the rest of the slides from that show. We talked a little bit on John Cena.
You can't won that John Cena story.
Well, yeah, why not, man? We
You
got
kept
to talk.
popping it up. I'm like,
We got
okay,
him
you
to
don't
talk a
wanna
little bit about why he's not going to be at WrestleMania, allegedly.
Oh, he's not going to?
Well, he'll be at events.
He was kind of fishing around it, which made me think maybe it's
because they wanted him there. He was supposed to be at Mania, but then he signed with AEW, and it kind of changed the whole
But
thing.
you should be in the Philly arena, no? They're not going to have indie shows around the WrestleMania week in Philly.
I don't know. Basically, he was hinting
Oh,
at
you know they are.
He was
Yeah,
hinting at
exactly.
not having
Makes
the
sense.
greatest relationship with Triple H, basically.
Yeah, you kept pushing that. Man, I was getting worried because he was I know him a little better than you do, but I could see some of the looks. He was like, how can I not? He was being nice as could be.
Yeah.
Oh, he always is. He always is.
Absolutely, yeah.
But it was like, okay, he don't want to answer this, and you were like, I mean, what happened? Did this? I'm like, oh my god! I was wanting like a button under the desk, like tap, so it shocked you. Like, no.
Yeah, but I figured.
Oh, it worked out. It worked.
That's why I backed up, though.
Is Rob Van Dam all elite? Is that what you're showing us?
Well, no, Rob Van Dam.
They signed with AEW? You just posted it.
Well, no, I posted this because, like, he is all elite. We see him on there. He wrestles matches. He does his thing. So we talked a little bit about that. We talked about him working in the back with his friends, having matches with, like, Jack Perry. And then, of course, we asked him about Tony Khan.
Well, yes, you did. You love Tony.
I don't know if I love Tony. Jay, tell Marty what you think about Tony Khan.
Who, me?
I think he's a grown little kid that likes to play with his toys, and he doesn't know what he's doing.
That's kind of what he looks like. He looks like a grown kid.
You look like one of those pedophiles, like Jarrett from Subway.
I didn't say that.
Damn.
I lost my urinal. I lost my pee bucket.
Well, we don't need the pee bucket on TV. But yeah, it was a great episode. I wanted to actually ask him a couple of questions here. I'll show this just real quick. This is cool, I think. This is a picture of Rob Van Dam when he's really young.
Which one? Is
Right
that
there.
Killer Kowalski?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know he got trained by him.
I mean, look how young Rob is right there. He's got dimples.
Yeah.
Whole world ahead of him. Who knew?
Shawn, he got a little bit of a Shawn Michaels look.
Yeah.
Do you want to put him for a window now?
No, I want that eyeball to rotate.
That's it. No, that eyeball shit was good. You guys all got to watch that on Thursday. But we're out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Jay. Thank you.
We're going.
We're gone.
No, let me and Jay stay on.
Going to bed.
I'll stay
It's
over.
not time. You ready, bro?
What's up,
All right.
Marty?
I was thinking, man, what if Katie they got accused of doing a sex film? Because Robin brought that up. He goes, they asked in court. They said, didn't y'all get popular by some sex film? Which, yeah, I mean,
Hey, be careful talking about the court stuff because the case is still.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's true though. But yeah, it's so much tricky ass, dicky ass shit to go through. But one thing about it, Rob was still fun. He's always fun, man.
I didn't know about the Killer Kowalski part. If he got trained by him, I
didn't know that. I thought he got trained by Sabu or somebody.
I always thought that too when he was up and coming, because Sabu is the one that really took RVD under his wing.
And he said that.
Yeah, so I was always thinking it was that route. And
what did you study? What art discipline, however you will say it, martial arts did you do, Jay?
Oh, back in the day, it was just Taekwondo for me, man.
Taekwondo was pretty good.
I ended up in purple belt, but unfortunately I moved, so I stopped going, and I just never fell back into it. Hopefully, my son could pick up activities. And
you're going to do it vicariously through him, okay?
Hey, man, it's gotta go through somebody.
Well, right? You still got your love and heart into it, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So,
can I hold on? Can y'all hold on? I gotta go get my piss bucket.
So always throw your kid into all types of activities to see what he
we're
really
not waiting
wants
for
to do.
this bucket. We're ending this damn show.
I can't piss on the show.
You're going to go take a piss somewhere else. We're out of here, guys.
Same damn place, same damn. All right. But I get to talk to y'all when I come back, right? I'm just going to piss. Yeah. I still get to talk with y'all, right?
Yeah, we'll be here.
Okay, I'll be right back.
All right. We're out of here.
Piss bucket. I forgot where I was going. Piss bucket.